Okay, calm down everyone, we're doing oshinoko again. It's exciting, it's great. Episode 5 today. I mean, the show's been banger after banger. It's an excellent adaptation of an excellent manga. The animation's been great, the storylines have been really great and entertaining and cool, and last episode, which, I mean, I've seen each episode like 3 or 4 times at this point. Last episode, we finished up the Sweet Today show, finished filming that. It got some praise from the people who were still watching the show. And then the producer, Kaburagi, I think his name is, went up to Aqua and was like, hey, I'll tell you information about and stuff if you want to know it, but you have to do something for me first. Are you interested in a reality dating show? So maybe that's what we're going to be starting today. I hope so. And we also met some of the new, we got into the school and met some of the people in the school and such, and that was very exciting as well. So let's jump into this episode. If you want to watch the full-length reaction to you want to watch my full-length reaction and sync it up with your own footage, you can do that in the description below on my Patreon account. And you can also get early access and exclusive videos. I absolutely recommend being on my Patreon, especially if you like some of my reactions like Legend of Korra and One Piece, which I absolutely recommend those reactions. I'm super far ahead of those shows on my Patreon account, so you get extra videos as well. Super early, and all of Boji the Rock is on there as well. So let's jump into this episode. This is Oshinoko episode 5. Here we go. Reminiscent of an airhead. That describes her pretty well. Oh, that's right, and they were also talking about possibly having her be an idol. Kana. Yeah, that's basically the only way you talk to her. Aww, her ego surfing's going well. Ooh, you're blushing. Oh my god. The nerves. She's brushing her hair. Aww. That's so cute. Aw, poor girl. Yeah, this is your fast track. Oh, I like the conviction in her voice. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably her shining eye. Like eyeball. Oh. Every time they show eye, they put so much detail into her shots. Oh no, you're cute enough. Oh. Hell yeah. How are you gonna say no to both the Hoshino twins? She signed it. It's done. Just begged. It's very manipulative.
Oh
yeah. Here you go. It's a dating show. My love with a star begins now. The curtain rises on a new season. A new season of love will soon bloom. The 6 people who will be on this season are... This is cool. Yeah, YouTuber. Oh my god.
みんなよろしくね。
お兄ちゃんいいのほらお兄ちゃんこういうぶりっ子タイプには厳しいからな。 この子は
He's gonna lean into it.
めっちゃ照れる。
死ね。なんだあいつ。女に囲まれて浮かれてんな。
Hey, at least these two are bonding over their hatred of Aqua doing
お兄ちゃんもオ
this.
スなんだね。
二人ともこれメディア用だから落ち着いて。
告白成功したらキスとかするんでしょ。
Hey, actors kiss as well in like regular. I've done an on-screen kiss before.
なんで受けたんだろう。
あなただって女優を続けるなら、
Yeah,
いずれキスシーンとかも求められる。
it's not that big a deal.
ここを割り切るのも仕事
I'll talk about it after.
見て見て。
可愛いね。
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet Aqua's hating this.
なんで俺がこんな。
まあ次回少し距離詰めた感じで話してもらえるとこっちとしては助かるけどね。
Yeah,
したいわけだし。
man, it's very interesting.
どんな話していい
Yeah, it's not scripted necessarily, but it's they nudge you. Feature direct, yeah.
ディレクターの話をアドバイスと取るか指示と取
They
るか。
nudge you in directions.
うちの事務所の看板の人が仕事断らない主義でね。
Not turning down
事
any
務所に来た仕事
jobs.
全部持っていくから。やだな、嘘じゃないよ。私まだ高一だよ。
They got much more friendly. Is there a camera on them
みんな恋愛
now?
してると思ったら大間違い。いい人がいるか不安だったけど。
Oh shit.
君にならキスできるかも。
Oh shit.
カメラマンさんが撮ってるよ。
Yeah.
カメラここはきっと使われるよ。仲良くしようね。
いい性格してるな。
Yeah, they were
何が
turning on the charm when they thought they were being filmed.
なるほど。
私が嫌いなタイプと兄が付き合うのは嫌なわけ。なのでお兄ちゃんが
Fuck off, Aqua. I mean,
勝手に
Ruby.
も程がある。お前は見る目がないからしばらく恋愛すんなよ。
はあ？みなみちゃんは学校終わったら撮影行くよ。
Damn, they're all packed with work. Aw,
お
except
兄ちゃん
her.
は今日も収録。普段何して過ごしてたの？顎にジャブ入れてヌー揺らすぞこら。ユニット名がまだなのは先輩がごねるからじゃん。だって名前つけたらもうマジでしょ。
Aw.
私まだそこまでアイドル名乗る。
I love the way she's illustrated there. I just love her design so
いい
much.
じゃんアイドル。
今アイドルカルチャーの中心はネット。する
Absolutely.
にもここが一番コスパがいい。とで名前を売るところから始めましょう。
Yep.
YouTuber ってこと？
固定客を作ってラ
Yeah,
イブに人を
YouTube,
呼べば
Twitter,
効率がいいでしょ
Instagram,
みやこさん賢い。
TikTok now, especially.
配信者を多く抱えるネットに強い
Yeah,
仕事よ。
experience makes a lot of
ノウハウ
difference.
はあるわ。
I forgot this part of the manga existed.
あ、ピエヨンだ。
Pieon.
誰？チューバーのピエヨンをご存知ない？うちの稼ぎ
Oh
頭なの
my
よ。
god.
覆面筋トレ系ってジャンルがまず初耳。テレビの企画を流用したキャラビジネスっていうか。
Oh my god.
聞いてすみませんでした
The voice. The voice.
毎日投稿。知名度もないよね。辛辣。そういう
Oh yeah,
の
tell
マ
me,
スター
please.
先生教えて。というわけで今回の企画。
Oh my god. The voice is so strange. The fuck is going on? It's actually in front of a green screen too. Like people could use this for videos. I actually kind of like this. I can't believe how long this is going. I love it.
さっさのことちゃんと考えて。なんでこんな。
Yeah, collab. Makes sense.
私たちの初めての仕事だよ。嘘は嫌だ。
Aww.
これ
She wanted it all honestly. Funny when I was all about lies.
有馬かな。自称アイドルです。こんにちは。
名前は聞き覚えある。大事なこと聞き忘れてた。二人のユニット名とかある？
Uh oh. Nope, not yet.
もうルビーが好きに決めていいわよ。
Aww.
とっちゃ。
Be careful giving Ruby that responsibility.
いい子
Ah.
それ大丈夫なの？
Just the same name. Oh man. Amazing. The show continues to be great. It's still great. Wow. This episode was a weird one because you have like this weird muscle YouTuber who comes in, and then you have they put a pretty long dance sequence in there, and I like that it was all like, you know, they just had like one long dance sequence that was uncut, and they put it in front of a green screen. Honestly, kind of genius, because like it works for the video, right? It works for the in-universe reason. Like, of course he'd be filming in front of a green screen, he's gonna put stuff in the background of it or whatever, but at the same time it also works from a meta perspective, because people can't resist when there's like things in front of a green screen, because it means you can make edits of that thing without much effort. You just gotta, you know, chroma key the green screen. So because of that, people are more likely to make edits of that scene and make memes out of it and stuff. And then, you know what happens when you post memes of stuff? People will go, hey, what anime is this from? Oh, this is from Oshinoko. Huh, what is that? Well, it's this incredible show, you should really check it out, blah, 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 blah. Word of mouth, the show gets more popular. It actually does work. That sort of stuff happens all the time. I bet you Kaguya-sama Love is War, like so many people, I bet like that so many people started to watch and read Kaguya-sama Love is War because the Chica dance went viral. I bet, absolutely. Like I at the very least like learned about Kaguya-sama and had like a kind of vague connection with the show through that dance, just because I like saw the character, and then I just like the character sort of got stuck in my mind for quite a while. And so like often when I was thinking of things, I was thinking of Chica, and that is what stuff like that can do. It's a good marketing technique. So impressive for them to do that. I want to talk about the dating show stuff and the what they were talking about, because so reality shows, yeah, a lot of people will say reality shows are scripted, but like from my experience, and by my experience I mean I know some people who have been on reality shows and I've heard them talk about it, and also I've seen I've seen celebrities talk about being on reality shows, and I've seen behind the scenes stuff on this sort of stuff. Reality shows aren't scripted. Most of them anyway. Some of them are. But most reality shows aren't scripted necessarily. But what they do is they actually do film reality. And they do generally do all the stuff that you see on screen. If they're going to do these mini games, they'll do the mini games or whatever. If these characters are like, or if these actors are like talking to each other, you know, they're actually like having a real conversation. But there's this whole underlying thing of the producers and the director and whatever are there, and they are trying to nudge the people to do certain things. Sometimes they'll straight up say like, hey, next time you go over to the fridge, you should look at this in the fridge or whatever. And sometimes they'll purposefully like provoke people to try to get more emotional responses out of them and stuff. I know, because I had a cousin who was on a reality show, and I heard stories about the producers like purposefully doing things to try to get like an emotional reaction and try to put people in uncomfortable situations that seem like they just naturally happened, you know. And yeah, characters will and people will often like ask these leading questions. I remember watching a thing at one point of a producer or someone talking about how producers like get in your head and get the answers that they want. So they might be like, there might have been a fight that just happened about like, oh, like, did you take my cheese from the fridge? No, I didn't take your cheese from the fridge. Oh, I really thought you took it. Okay. Well, the producer will take one of them aside and say, so what just happened? Well, I thought she took my cheese from the fridge, but apparently she didn't. You don't think she could have taken your cheese from the fridge? Well, she said she didn't, so I guess she didn't. Don't you think that like she might be lying to you, because like she's probably the only one that could have taken the cheese from the fridge? I don't know. I mean, maybe what I think is that like the fridge, like that the fridge is only really accessed by you two mostly from my experience, so she's probably just lying about taking your cheese from the fridge. How would you feel if she was lying about that? Well, I guess, I mean, that'd be pretty screwed up for her to lie to me about that. Sorry, can you say that again? It'd be really messed up if she lied to me. I can't believe she lied to me about the cheese. And like, then you start to get this emotional reaction out of the person because they're like starting to believe the story that you're creating there in front of them. So like that's the sort of thing that happens a lot of the time. And then obviously when they edit it, they edit out every bit of the conversation they have except the bit where she's like, I'm so annoyed that she stole my cheese and is lying about it or whatever. Like, they just cut out that bit, right? So it's not scripted. They didn't give her a script to memorize and she's just saying it. That it actually came from the person a lot of the time, but that's all happening. And also the sorts of people that go on reality shows, they're attention whores. Like they are. I mean, I wouldn't blame a person for that because I'm an attention whore. I'm doing this fucking YouTube channel. Like I like attention to my content and stuff like that. So obviously I am the sort of person that you would also see on a reality show. So I know how they think. They when the camera's on them, they're going to want to make sure that they get screen time. And the best way to get screen time is to be loud, to be controversial, to be emotional, to have big reactions to things, to be interesting to the camera. So yeah, it's fabricated in a way, but it's not scripted. And also they were talking about like on-screen kisses and like, oh, you're an actor, you're probably gonna have to do an on-screen kiss. So I've done one. I did one for a student film at some point because I do acting as well. I've done a lot of acting in my life, but nothing huge, just for little things. But one of the things that I did was a student film where I played a robber and I was like robbing a house or whatever. And then there was like another robber in the house and it turned out that was my wife, who was also like, we were both secretly robbers. And we were both coincidentally robbing the same house. And so we like realize it's each other and we have a conversation and then we kiss at the end of the film, right? And the thing is like we're kissing each other and then we shoot a guy and then we continue kissing or whatever, right? So it's this it was a scene where I got cast for it or whatever, and it was like, but there's gonna be a on-screen kiss. Are you okay with that? And I went, yeah, I'm okay with that. I didn't know if I was okay with it or not, to be honest, but I was like, you know what? Let's step out of my comfort zone a little bit and do the on-screen kiss. I'm pretty sure I was single at the time. I don't think I was in my relationship. So I was single. I'm still single, by the way, if anyone watching is also single. But yeah, at the time I was single, but I was still, even if I wasn't single, like, I think, actors do that often, and I don't think on-screen kisses feel very romantic. They just don't. I mean, unless you had this like strong connection with your co-star or whatever, and it was this like strong connection you were feeling, or you're someone who gets super easily attached, I guess. But realistically, the stress of everything else makes the kiss like, it doesn't feel like a kiss. It was a very strange situation where while I was kissing the girl, I wasn't thinking about like the actual feeling of the kiss. I was thinking about like how am I coming off on camera? What's my emotion look like? Where is the camera coming from? So I can make sure that my body is like positioned and I'm not blocking anything. Like, I'm counting how long this should go for so that like I can pull away at the right time or whatever, and make sure I keep my emotion on my face at that time. If I screw up the take, we're gonna have to do another few takes of this or whatever, so I want to make sure to do it right. Like, there's so much stuff going through your head that like I don't even remember the actual filming of the kiss. So I think for a lot of people it's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal. It's not it's not born from emotion though. So if you're someone who is like dating an actor, and that's something that worries you, you know, I wouldn't be worried because I don't like it's kind of not pleasurable for anyone. And I understand the feeling of jealousy that you might feel seeing your actor partner do that sort of thing, but it's like sort of part of the job of being an actor. And the problem would be if they're doing the kissing off camera. That would be the issue. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I just think, you know, if there's something that I can give my experience of, then I'll give it, which is why I'm talking mostly about my own experiences rather than the show. I think also with Oshinoko, I tend to talk about the more meta angles of this stuff because, one, I know a little bit about it, and two, I have also read the manga of Oshinoko, so I don't actually want to talk about the story of the show too much, because I'm not going to spoil anything that happens in the future. Man, I'm hiccuping a lot, sorry. But yeah, anyway, good episode. Kana is cute every time she's on screen, so that's great to see. And I liked seeing Ruby and Kana sort of like bond a little bit more in this episode as they start up their little idol group. It's great. It's really great. I can't wait for the next episode. These episodes are flying by and they're so entertaining, and I love the way that the studio is adapting everything. It's really great. So thank you very much for watching this episode and my reaction to it. If you want to watch the full-length reaction to any of my videos, it's in the description below on my Patreon account. You can also like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. All that stuff really helps me out. So please make sure to do that. I would love to read your comments on what's going on in here, and your comments on my experiences, and your comments on the reaction, and your comments on the episode. All that stuff would be great to read in the comments below. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.